Good evening, my darlings. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope well. Okay, there. My did not want to load. I hope well. I hope your evening has been going better than mine when I realized that I had not opened up Genshin today, and I had to scramble to get my the whatchamacallit, the resin compressed and all that kind of stuff. Ooh boy. Always unpleasant, but hey. It's fine. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna do the whole thing with the whatchamacallit. You know, when you send characters to gather stuff for you? I forget what it's called. You gotta figure out how to reset that. I mean, thank goodness it's, the normal one is 20 hours instead of 24 hours. I hate it when games do that. Because eventually, you're either gonna have to skip a day, or you're gonna have to stay up late. Stay up later and later and later. Beyond the aroma of the drinks themselves, you give off a distinct air as the sword-wielding traveler, one that draws in yet another unexpected guest. Okay, that doesn't give me any hints. Sweet, sour, and smoky taste of steel. Huh. Sweet, sour, and smoky taste of steel. Almost implies that it's gonna be a chef, but I can't think of any of the chefs that we've met that would be attracted to a sword-wielding traveler. Sweet and sour, mate. Oh no. Smoky. Could be Yoimiya. The only other one that I could think of, off the top of my head, would be Skirk. All right, my guessing is done. I'm sure I missed plenty of options. Maybe from Sumero? Oh.
Suspicion confirmed.
Florent! Okay. The smoky is the gunpowder. And it makes sense that
the area, I was sure
her after
so
Eula.
I came over to take a look. And sure enough, here you are.
But I don't know much about Cloren, so with the whole sweet, sour, and smoky aspect of, I mean, other than the gunpowder, right? Hello, Cloren. Please have a seat, honored customer.
If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures and write up a report. Sword-wielding traveler's secret side hustle. Exclusive cocktails from Teyvat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper. And there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing gridlock on the streets of Mondstadt.
I think you're being a little bit dramatic. If that really happened, I wouldn't be able to cope.
Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here, so you're unlikely to be seeing any scenes like that. Let's quietly celebrate this moment of peace. And on that note, I'd like a caramel glaze. That look on your face tells me you have a lot of questions you want to ask.
Let me mix you a cocktail first. You can drink while we chat.
Calm and effortless. I'm shocked to learn you're a real pro at this sort of thing.
Alright. Is this caramel blaze? Ah, okay. Fire, water, caramel, and cocoa. Yeah, I guess that works. Cut the ingredient into small pieces. Shake vigorously, right? Oh, no. Shake properly. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're supposed to shake it gently, then shaking it gently would be shaking properly. And if you're supposed to shake it hard, then shaking it hard would be shaking it properly. So what's shaking it properly? Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your drink. Shake your drink. Master's Goblet. Okay. Want to use the Tempest Glass. Valberry. Yeah, that makes sense. It looks somewhat like the Slumbering Rose. Except, obviously, different color. Just wondering if they just color swapped them. In recent years, this blend has become one of Mondstadt's most famous drinks, celebrated for its bold colors and vibrant flavor. It's even been referenced in foreign works, from Fontaine's tabletop troupe to Inazuman light novels.
Your caramel blaze is ready. Try not to drink it all in one go.
Huh. It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma really hits you head on.
Oh my gosh! Again with the whole dipping it and it doesn't... gosh, the drink doesn't move. How difficult would it be to just add some liquid physics to it? Some water physics. Are you okay? Would you like some water?
I'm all right. I just need a little time to get used to it. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had a small sip of Sassica wine, and it was nowhere near as strong as this concoction of yours.
You basically don't drink at all? Don't force yourself to drink it if you don't want to. I mean, this is a Mondstadt drink, okay? It's meant for, people who are... have a little bit more tolerance.
From a purely
Built up a
rational
bit
perspective,
more tolerance.
alcohol can cause dizziness and impair one's ability to work, so it's best avoided altogether. But when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks, she mentioned that Mondstadt is the land of wine and poetry. Since I'm here, I thought I should at least try the local specialties.
That's reasonable. It would be a shame not to. As long as you stay within your limits, I'm sure you'll be fine.
In fact, Captain Eula, whom I sparred with earlier, has quite the refined taste for fine wine. She even gifted me a bottle of Romaritime flower fruit extract, which is no longer produced in Fontaine, and can now only be found overseas. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge
But
of
why is it...
wines.
Why is it no longer produced? Why can't it be produced? Is that it can't be produced, or what? Let me think carefully before I mix you another drink. I need to tweak the recipe a little to make sure you're completely satisfied.
I truly appreciate all the trouble you're going to.
Another Fontaine guest. Oh, by the way, Miss Emily was here too.
Huh? Does that mean she's already finished her commission? Well, she's certainly efficient. Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let Sijui know that I'd be happy to purchase her latest perfume.
Oh? It sounds like you know her quite well.
I'm not sure I'd say that. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. Naturally, we got to chatting. I've often heard Sijouin praise her work. After conversing with her on the journey over, I must say, she is indeed a rare and refined individual.
Refined? That's quite a refined way to put it.
She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to her profession. I find this approach ideal. It allows one to maintain a lasting sense of inner peace.
Sounds like you want me to arrange a get-together? Next time in Fontaine, why don't we all hang out together?
Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Our work rarely intersects, and our social circles hardly make for a Venn diagram, if you know what I mean. Best to just let things take their natural course.
Okay. Usual hobbies and interests. What do you usually drink?
When I'm working, I often drink coffee. But with meals, I prefer a lighter tasting drink, like Buell fruit juice. Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of the juice helps balance out the greasiness. Over time, I've grown accustomed to the sour taste. After the swordsmanship exchange, the Knights of Favonius rather kindly treated me to some traditional Mondstadt cuisine. I had 8 different meat dishes, and all of them were excellent. The portions were huge, and only the highest quality cuts were used. Everything was cooked to absolute perfection.
Doesn't drink alcohol.
Room for
She eats tons of meat.
When catering to tourists, the sticky
Woman after my own
roast
heart.
and pile 'em up might benefit from a slightly lighter sauce.
Sounds like they treated you to a feast. Have you tried all of Mondstadt's signature meat dishes?
I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work, so I've had to decline all subsequent dining invitations. To be honest, I can still taste the grease. There must be a way to cleanse my palate.
Didn't you just mention the whole sour stuff? Okay, whatever. Mondstadt scenery. Have you seen much of Mondstadt yet?
I've seen a little. I took a stroll around the city the first day I got here. Navia's done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations for the tabletop troupe were
Oh
inspired
my
by
gosh.
views of Mondstadt.
Nice.
However, the way she describes the atmosphere in her world building is quite different from the real Mondstadt. The deepest impression I've got since arriving here is one of swords and shields.
Swords and shields. Why is that?
Hmm.
Because
Perhaps
knights?
because I've mostly just visited the blacksmith and the training grounds.
Okay. well,
Recently, the newer weapons and armor produced in Mondstadt have been created using a completely different heat treatment process from those in Fontaine, with a higher carbon content in the surface layer. While this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, their impact resistance has greatly improved. These newer weapons give off a smell like overbrewed coffee.
I can't say I've noticed. That's quite the comparison.
Perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. You see, Fontaine's signature metalwork is often coated with a protective agent that contains Marcotte. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet. And for some reason, it makes my teeth feel funny. I don't imagine the scent of Mondstadt's swords and shields would cause the same level of irritation.
Well, I've definitely learned something new today. Never realized there was so much complexity to how swords are made.
Of course, there is a solution to this problem. The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's another protective agent I can recommend. One that's as neutral as water, without any excess fragrance. If you also dislike being bombarded with sweetness, this protective agent should suit you well.
Is it oil? Crest on the table. Is that a gift from the knights?
Indeed it is. The knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. I must say, it's exquisite. They told me the design has only just been finalized. Apparently, it's only presented to important guests. They said they're making a badge for you, too, but it hasn't been finished yet.
Why have I never heard of these two? The Knights of Phonius really is a big organization.
You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Mermonia. But I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. They're clearly seasoned veterans. Even though they work desk jobs, they still turn up in full armor.
Goodness.
After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they wanted to continue last night's duel and determine who had the highest alcohol tolerance. Drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with clear minds the next day. Whew.
It's just how Mondstadt is. Mondstadters like nothing more than to unwind with a drink after work. It's just how Mondstadt is.
So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits when it comes to drinking.
Maybe it's more that their recovery is, top-notch. Tends towards the tangy. Sounds like Clorinde has an exceptionally keen sense of taste, preferring drinks with a hint of sourness. Valberries are sweet with a hint of sour, while wolf hooks are just the opposite, sour with a hint of sweet. I think she might prefer the latter. Place cocoa with wolf hooks. Balance is key. The crust is a souvenir that the knights gave to Clorinde. Clorinde doesn't usually drink, but out of respect for her Mondstadt opponent, she's at least willing to try. Still, I better not overdo things. A regular caramel blaze would be too much. I should downsize things a bit, so fruit wine instead of, Oh, okay, never mind. Similar taste to Emily. Clorinde seems to admire Emily. They appear to have similar preferences when it comes to drinks. Maybe that's something to take into account. How should I approach this? Too sweet. Surprisingly, Clorinde's first positive impression of Mondstadt was one of swords and shields. She doesn't seem to favor overly sweet fragrances, preferring aromas with a salty tint. Perhaps I can try dusting the rim of the glass with star salt. Okay, and then... fragrances? No. Light base. Yes, there we go. Emily likes mild tea, and that last drink was also built around a light base. I should ask Clorinde if she liked it. Emily likes to drink tea. How about you?
Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical get-together? Based on my previous experiences with alcohol, I guess my tolerance is similar to Emily's. Fruit liqueur is probably my limit. So when the time comes,
how do we go
I
from
think
tea
you'd be
to...
best off mixing similar drinks for the both of us.
Okay. Can tolerate fruit liqueur, which is what I was saying. The firewater used in a caramel blaze has far too much of a kick. How about replacing the firewater with something fruitier? Right. But still with the caramel. Because that's not too sweet for some reason. I think I've come up with a drink that'll be more to your liking. Please, wait a moment.
All right. I'll make sure I'm mentally prepared. Even if it's still a bit strong, I'll do my best to finish it.
Yeah, Eula would definitely beat her as far as the alcohol contest. I want to bring out the sourness. Probably cut it into smaller pieces. Easy peasy. Easy peony. Shake properly. In a smaller glass. Goblet, okay. Yeah, we've already done the double-walled glass, so I don't think we've done this one before. Salt. Leisure Time Lightning. Based on a caramel blaze, this novel cocktail was concocted specifically for Clorinde. After visiting Mondstadt with impressions shaped by the tabletop troupe, the lightning-swift champion duelist is especially sensitive to metallic notes. showing a clear preference for flavors with a hint of salt. In her everyday choices, she also favors drinks with a gentle tartness to cut through richness. For most bartenders, balancing these two demands will require extreme care, but after honing your craft at the Angel Share and the Flagship, you can precisely control every note in the cup. To help Clorinda get into a relaxed mood on her tour of Mondstadt, you wonder if calling this a leisure time lightning might be a good choice.
Alright, this new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning. A cocktail made exclusively for champion duelists. Enjoy.
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. This is ideal for me. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the tartness of the fruit and the sweetness of the caramel. Each sip balances delicately on the edge of perfection. The color of the wine also fits well with the name, and the lightning imagery contrasts with the fiery nature of the caramel glaze. But where does the leisure time part come in?
Don't you find Mondstadt to be a leisurely place?
I see. That certainly matches the impression this cocktail gives me. Its unique aroma and taste will hold a special place in my memories of Mondstadt.
I'm glad you like it. Your satisfaction is my motivation. Oh. There's a way you can read into that, but...
Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, you'd be interested in mixing drinks somewhere else? A cafe, for instance. Or the Hotel de Boer.
Why do you ask?
Mostly for Navia and Miss Farina's sake. Though obviously I'd be more than happy to try more of your masterpieces myself.
Get to mix drinks for Miss Farina. Of course, I'd love to let everyone have a taste.
I understand. I won't try to strong-arm you. In any case,
Wait, what?
I truly appreciate
That's
your
not what I
hospitality.
was... I said that. The one that wasn't
Summarizing the
like
key
that.
lessons from my
Okay,
exchange
whatever.
with Miss Eula, or discussing strategy with the Knights of Favonius, I'll be in my best condition.
Wow, teleport waypoints are places you can teleport to? That's amazing. I never would have guessed. Alright. Questions on mixology. Go ahead and grab this one. Got it. Good weather, good mood. A bright red hat and curious eyes peek out from behind the counter. Hearing the buzz, Mondstadt's strongest fighter has dropped by to check out the drink stand. Mondstadt's strongest fighter with a red hat. Lee? Hold on. That's the only one I can think of. Good weather, good mood. Who has a bright red hat? Other than Klee. The Diluc doesn't wear a hat, right? I can't think of anyone in Mondstadt who has a red hat other than Klee.
Huh? Is that
It is Klee!
night? Yippee! It's you!
Okay, no alcohol. No alcohol for you. Hey, it's Klee!
Auntie Eula told Klee that Miss Hertha had found someone amazing to help out. Seeing you here, Mr. Honorary Knight, Klee knows this must be the best drink stand in all of Teyvat.
So kind of you to say, Klee. That's the ultimate goal. so kind of you to say, Klee. I'm working hard to become the best.
You mean this stand isn't already the best? Well, out of all the drink stands Klee's ever visited, Mr. Honorary Knights is easily the best. And no matter what drinks Mr. Honorary Knight makes, Klee will definitely think they're yummy.
I think Diana has a better chance of that, but not until you're older. This time, Klee, I need you to be a little tougher on me. This time you can criticize me all you like.
Oh, you want me to be mean? But Klee could never be mean to you.
What?
Let me think. I know. I'll pretend to be Albedo. Whenever Albedo reviews Timaeus' work, his face goes super serious, and Klee can hear every word he says.
Brilliant. Then you can be my teacher. Brilliant. Then you can be Master Alchemist Klee.
Get ready for Klee's super amazing order. These past few days, I've been having such a blast with Mom all day long.
Aw.
It's been so much fun. Even being sent to solitary confinement couldn't wipe the smile off my face.
Well, especially if your mom's there, right?
Klee wants to order a fair weather frolic. Anything like a bright sunny day will definitely put Klee in a super duper mood.
Got it, Miss Klee. I'll get right on it.
I wonder what it'll taste like.
Tea? She's a little young for tea. Caramel. Look. Seems to be somewhat close to the leisure time lightning. Okay. 2 small bits. Gotcha. Haven't failed yet, and I don't intend to. Okay, I need to turn down that. Give me a second. Sorry. All right, that should be a little bit better, I think. Shake properly. Double-walled glass. Any garnish. For Klee, I think it's gotta be valberries, right? Fairweather Frolic. A soft drink you'll find at drink stands everywhere. Sweet, tangy, and loved by all. Still, striking the perfect balance between tangy and sweet takes a practiced hand.
Your Fairweather Frolic is here. Go on, give it a try.
Wow! So, a fair weather frolic is this color? Purple sky. Is it supposed to be a bright, shiny night?
Maybe it's supposed to be a cloudless sky at dusk?
Klee will take a sip first. Then you can think about it more carefully.
That's not my choice, though. That wasn't what I chose.
Ah, finished.
Sip?
Yummy! Both sweet and sour.
What happened to the
If Klee
valberries?
drank this while eating grilled
Specifically,
fish,
what?
I could definitely gobble down 2, or 3, or 4, or even 5.
Okay, what happened to the skewer
One
that
drink
had the
isn't
valberries on it?
enough. Klee wants to try a drink that tastes like cake.
Roger that. How about cake in a cup? Any flavor Klee wants, she can have.
Klee doesn't know what drink to choose. Why don't we decide together, Mr. Honorary Knight?
Scheduling 3 daily meals. Speaking of food, I hope you're getting your 3 square meals a day.
3 square meals? Klee often eats 5 meals a day. Sometimes even 7.
First breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and supper. I think that's how it is. Actually, I think there's 9 meals in a Hobbit's day. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, seriously?
Adventuring takes a lot of energy, and if I eat too much at once, I can't run so well. So, it's better to eat lots of smaller meals. Albedo used to prepare all Klee's meals, and my lunchbox was always arranged so neatly, just like a pretty painting.
That sounds like Albedo, alright.
When Albedo's busy at Dragonspine, Klee goes to eat with the other Knights of Favonius. Kaya's camp is usually the neatest, while Amber sometimes camps in the trees. It's so much fun. Oh, and Auntie Hertha makes the best food. When my mom comes back, there'll be even more yummy food to eat. There's this one dish where she takes loads of different fish and makes them into little pudding cubes. It's called rainbow fish jelly.
What in the world? Great food from a great adventurer.
Her Chocogo Crunchy Slices are fantastic too. It's her newest creation made with chocolate and cookies. They're a little bitter, but they're crunchy. They smell scrumptious, and they have a really sweet aftertaste. Whenever I eat them, I feel so full of energy. Next time, Klee will have to bring some for you to try.
Likes chocolate. Are we just... Is this just gonna be milk, caramel, and chocolate? Still planning to eat later? Do you plan to eat anything else today?
Yeah, when Klee gets back home, I'm gonna eat some salted nuts while reading my book. Klee used to eat cake after dinner, but Master Jean said it's too sugary, and it's not good to eat sugary things before bed. Apparently, it makes you chubby and gives you toothaches.
Yeah,
So, Mom
this
got
is true.
advice from Auntie Barbie, and now she gives me nuts instead. She says they help my brain remember things better. Nuts don't have much flavor. It's like chewing on grass, but
Really?
they're okay if you add a little salt.
You could try roasting them. Roasting them is a... That sounds like a great solution. Nutritious and healthy. So are we gonna go with a little bit of salt? Shouldn't have too much sugar, okay. Maybe not caramel. And maybe avoid the valberries. Candy on the table. The candy you've brought with you looks very special.
This stuff? Mom taught me how to make it using the alchemy bench. A dash of sugar.
But yeah, that's something that
Sugar, then
sumo wrestlers do.
Mom's friend and
Is that they load up on...
star honey.
It's not sugar usually, it's like rice
Finally,
and
some
things like that.
magical gem.
Rice and bread before they go to sleep.
Put everything together
And that
on
puts...
the alchemy table.
And that
Wish for the shape you want.
makes it more likely for the carbs to convert to fat. 'Cause usually the body wants to use those carbs right away.
Candy.
But if you can't because you're going to sleep, then the body works overtime to turn all that into fat. Even more so than if you ate the carbs, say, at the start of the day or the middle of the day. So it's generally a good idea to avoid... if you're gonna have high glycemic foods, right? It's generally better to have those in the morning and have a low glycemic dinner. So, like, avoid... If you're going to have rice or you're going to have bread, make it a small portion. If you're going to have potatoes, I don't know, just, like, limit it to, like, one baked potato. And don't, like, double up on that, right? Don't double up on the potatoes and the bread and the... all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so kind of limit your glycemic intake, which I guess also includes no dessert. That's quite the process. What an amazing treat.
Klee can give you some Dodoko candy too if you want. And if you really like them, I can even teach you my mom's incantation.
I
Well,
want to learn this
You can
recipe.
make your own candy whenever you want.
Thanks for sharing your amazing recipe, Klee. I'll work really hard to learn how to do it.
If you get stuck, remember to come ask Klee. When it comes to magical candy, I'm an expert.
You know what? Actually, that's kind of cool. That idea, magical candy. Next course of action. Next course of action. Sorry, I was looking for something. Do you have any other plans for today?
Yeah, Mom gave me an amazing book recently. She said I have to read one chapter every night, learn something useful, and then go to bed early. That book taught
That's good,
Klee how
Mom.
to make something called propellant.
Oh no!
Jumpy Dumpty can go "Fwah!" and bounce even higher.
Is that really something you should be learning?
It's not hard at all. In fact, it's a lot like making bombs.
Different question
You just
again.
have to be careful when trimming it down. It's like sharpening a pencil that could suddenly go boom.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
important part of Klee's schedule too. Mom sits by my side and tells me all kinds of
Aww.
wonderful stories. She has a lamp made of gemstones, and when she turns it on, it goes kabling and lights up the ceiling.
Does the ceiling show scenes from the stories?
Yeah, when something happens in the story, the lights on the ceiling make pretty pictures. Sometimes Mom falls asleep before the story ends, so Klee has to tuck her in instead. As soon
Aww.
as Klee learns how to use the lamp, I can come tell you stories, Mr. Honorary Knight.
That sounds great. I'll be waiting.
Klee has memorized so many wonderful stories, enough to make everyone happy every day.
Read to your kids to bed. That's so very important. Piece together the clues. Shouldn't stay up late. Glee can't miss her bedtime, so something overly stimulating probably isn't the best. That rules out tea. Perhaps I can replace the tea with milk? Well, it'll make it taste more like cake. Sweet candy. Glee brought some of the candy that Alice taught her how to make. They're made with care and look appetizing. I'm sure they must taste good, too. On the looks of it, Klima seems to be partial to very sweet candy. But what if I topped her drink with candy? It would make the perfect garnish, adding both flavor and flair. Okay. Too much sugar. Glee can't have too much sugar before bed, so she has to eat nuts instead of her favorite desserts. The last drink contained caramel, which is way too sweet, so I'll have to take it out. But then the drink feels incomplete. Klee mentioned her daily meal times. It seems she really likes Alice's peculiar cooking. She told me about chococo crunchy slices. I have some cocoa here, made from cacahuatl, just like chocolate. How about I turn the cocoa into flakes and then swap them for the wolf hooks? Place wolf hooks. Oh, okay. Sweet candy? But Klee likes sweets. It's certainly a lot less sweet without caramel. The mouthfeel isn't quite there. Perhaps there's some other healthier options that can lend the drink a little sweetness? Let's talk to Klee again. Healthy sugars. There must be some ingredients that are both healthy and sweet.
Oh yeah, Klee still wants to eat sweet things, like cake, for example. Maybe we could just go easy on the cream? Or add more fruit? Oh, right! That friend of Mom's who's always wearing glasses gave her a big bag of Fontanian Buell fruit. They're so round and rolly.
Buell.
Klee ate a whole
Okay.
bunch of those, and they were super sweet. But Master Jean said it was okay, because sweet fruit isn't the same as sweet sugar.
Yeah,
If Klee
but you
learns
should
how
still
to
go
eat
easy on
nuts,
it a little bit.
maybe I can just soak them in some fruit juice first?
I don't think that would work very well, but okay. Perfect. Klee likes bully fruits from Fontaine as well as juice. A little fermented fruit juice should help compensate for some of the lost sweetness. Okay. Fruit juice with milk. I don't think that would work out well. Alright, I think I know how to improve that drink. Also, I don't think the mouthfeel would be the same, but oh well. Let me mix another one for you.
Yeah, that was quick. Klee's looking forward to finding out how tasty your next concoction is.
Alright. Let's get this mixed up nice and good. Fermented juice. And no, wolf. Let's go. flakes, so I'm guessing small bits. Well, it said flakes, so I'm gonna cut into small bits. That's it. Those were tiny ones. Tiny ranges. Shake with any intensity. Shake it hard. Put on a show. Should be small glass, right? Any classic glass. Ooh. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I gotta go with this one. This is the one I've been wanting. Although, well, nah, this one. Gotta be this one. In Didoko candy. Oh, look at that! Fairweather Frolic Special Blend. Based on a Fairweather Frolic, this novel cocktail was concocted especially for Klee. The original Fairweather Frolic had a purple hue, but it wasn't quite cheerful enough. So let's add a touch of sunshine and a few fluffy clouds to capture that warm, happy feeling. Sweetness is a must, but staying healthy matters too. That's why the juice was carefully chosen with Master Jean's approval. Really? She come over and say that it was fine? With sweetness coming from Bool fruit candy. Bool fruits, sorry. Skipped a line. The most important of all, the Doko candy. Doko candy. Its tasty magic has to be placed right at the center of the clouds.
Ta-da! It's done! I just know you're going to love this new creation.
Wow! There's Dodoko candy on top! There's so much orange in this cup, and Dodoko looks like he's lying on top of white fluffy clouds. And the weather inside looks much better, too.
Would you like to taste it?
Yummy! It's so delicious! Klee has to drink slowly. I can't just gulp it down, or I'll miss all the yummy flavor. Mr. Honorary Knight, this is amazing! It's like you mixed sunshine with juice! Klee was so tired from playing, but now I feel refreshed. And warm. And peaceful. Oh. You're the best, Mr. Honorary Knight.
How about you choose a name for this drink, Klee? I'm sure you'll come up with something amazing.
Really? Let me think. When the weather's nice and Dodoko's happy, Dodoko will want to sing, right? And when Dodoko sings, Klee wants to sing too. So, let's call it Dodoko's Duet.
Aw, what a wonderful name. Your names are the best.
Thank you. And thanks for making such a yummy drink for Klee. Klee's gonna go tell Mom that the best drink in Mondstadt right now is Dodoko's Duet.
I'm glad you like it. I passed your test, Miss Klee.
Klee's gonna write down Mom's incantation and give you a copy, Mr. Honorary Knight. Then you should learn magic too, so you can make all the candies you want. See you next time.
Klee is so adorable. Klee's adorable, her mom's adorable. Quest item. Souvenir from Klee during your time helping run the night's drink stand. Put everything together on the alchemy table, wish for the shape you want, say Mom's magic words, and poof! Dodoko shapes candy! As expected of a creation by Ms. Alice, even using ingredients common across Teyvat, it holds a wonderfully complex sweetness. Take a small bite, and you can almost hear the echo of a sweet magic incantation in your mind. Unfortunately, the supply is limited. Better keep one as a souvenir. The Grandmaster's Composite Challenge. Heavy footsteps echo from afar. Even before the broad-shouldered figure comes into view, you steel yourself behind the counter. The most seasoned drinker in Mondstadt has arrived. Put your mixology skills to the test. Gee, I wonder who that could be. Isn't Charles gonna be upset with you if you drink without him?
Ha. So Hertha's even roped our honorary knight into helping with this little venture. Now that I'm finally free to relax, it's time to start doing just that.
I'm here as a willing employee this time. I'm a hotshot mixologist, no matter how you look at it.
Can't wait to see your skills in action. Give me something that goes well with casual conversation, but still packs a punch.
Are you sure those requirements don't clash? Some sort of test?
Of course they don't clash. A drink that packs a punch means
Again, that's not what I said.
And if you want to chat, then it has to go down smooth. So, something with a sweet aftertaste. A conversational connoisseur requires the perfect balance. The most suitable choice on this menu would be the Thorny Lake. It's a drink with a real kick that you can find in almost every bar. It's not enough to know the recipe, though. The key is in the mixing. Some bartenders choose to stick to the tried and tested basics, while others like to add their own personal flair.
Alright, I'll give it my best shot.
That's the spirit. Now, show me what you've got.
Firewater. Not surprised by that one. Fizzy water. And cocoa. We used mint at all? No, we did. That was the first. In the very first recipe, we used some mint. So we've used all of these now. And as for the garnish, I don't think we've used lemon slices into small bits. Oh my gosh. I'm mad. I'm so mad at myself. I was so close to it not being failure, but to having a perfect record with the chopping of the ingredients. But then I failed. I had a double failure. Now the glasses, Master's Goblet. We still haven't used this one. Classic tall glass, although we had the option to use it. Any garnish. A lemon slice. A classic drink that traces its origins to Fontaine's Fishers, built on a base of firewater, with cocoa adding a hint of sweetness. Its sparkling fizz pricks the palate like countless tiny spikes, delivering a lingering tingle. After rising to popularity in Fontaine, it quickly swept across Teyvat, becoming one of the most enduring classics among specialty drinks.
Grandmaster, I hereby present you with this Thorny Lake for your enjoyment and assessment.
Well, the color and aroma are certainly on point. But as for the balance of flavors, I'll just have to taste it and find out.
Wouldn't think he'd be one for fruity
Not
drinks.
bad. You haven't overdone or skimped on any single ingredient. Though, unfortunately, it's a little too, polite for my tastes.
Polite? How can a drink be polite?
Perhaps I should have said modest. You followed the formula to a T, but if anything, you've played it a little too safe. Were you worried that deviating just a little might disappoint me?
That's exactly what happened. I didn't want to disappoint the expert.
Hey, we fought side by side and dealt with things that even gods were loath to meddle with. Ours is a friendship forged in the margins between life and death. That said, if you ask me, you
He's
can
definitely
teach
been hanging out with
and
Venti.
work your mixologist magic. I'm looking for something that shocks the senses.
Alright, I'll get the creative juices flowing. Thanks to your encouragement, I'm ready to go
Well,
all out.
over. There's no rush. We can chat while you think. Who knows? You might just find some inspiration to mix in with your magic.
That's the way this minigame works. I'm aware. Garden atmosphere. Drinking in a garden feels different from a tavern, right? Given the environment, why not try something with a floral twist?
Ha! I like your style. Speaking of this garden, it brings back memories of something that happened many years ago. When I was young, I like to find ruined guards to test my fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. Once, I failed to take down a stray missile, and it ended up destroying a watchtower on the city walls. As punishment, I had to run 50 laps around the city, repair the watchtower, and help rebuild the shattered walls in this garden.
Sounds like you caused quite a fuss. Hard to imagine you getting disciplined so severely.
Indeed. Among the misadventures of my youth, this is one of the most memorable ones. Mostly because that day, Crepus saw me covered in dirt. He took 2 bottles of 100-year-old wine and sent D-Luke, who looked even younger than Mika does today, to work out a clever way to get rid of Faru, who was guarding me. It was so hot that day, I could swear I was about to pass out. On a whim, I picked some mint leaves, put them in one of the wine bottles, and the result turned out to be surprisingly tasty. After Crepus tried it too, he was full of praise. He even wrote up an official recipe for my spontaneous creation. His customers loved it. Several summers passed, and Crepus kept writing letters about giving me a share of the profits, as though I could possibly accept.
Must have been so long ago. Long before I came to Mondstadt.
Yes, good old Crepus. Faru retired years ago, but he still gives me a stern stare every time we meet.
Huh.
He's a stubborn one. D-Luke, who replaced him, and then Kaya, who took over later, both performed impeccably. Changing times will always belong to the youth. He should have admitted defeat long ago. When I
wonder if Faru's gonna be
I'll
playable.
have Kaya show him the amazing progress the cavalry company has made.
That'd be kind of cool. Memories of mint and fine wine. Flaws of the current drink. Besides being too polite, are there any other issues with my thorny lake?
Now let me think. I guess you could say it lacks impact. Even when following the same recipe, the techniques used to mix different ingredients can affect the taste. Sometimes, deliberately creating layers between spirits can bring out the different,
shake gently.
waves as each one hits the taste buds in sequence. In this regard, too, you've taken quite a tentative approach. Why not be a little bolder?
I think I understand. I didn't pay enough attention to these details before.
Ha ha ha. You catch on quickly. No need to explain further.
Tastes a bit too gentle. Wait, is it saying to shake? No, we already shook it hard, right? But it seems like it should be shaken gently in order to create those layers. Events are often held here. Anyway, on the subject of this garden, it's become a popular venue for hosting events.
It's a treasured place that the Knights of Favonius have maintained for years. So it makes sense that it's become the go-to location for organizing such things. I heard that while the expedition was underway, you were a great help in giving those left behind the opportunity to put their energy to good use. Sometimes, I look through the photos I've been given from those events. Though unfortunately, there aren't enough to include everybody. My conclusion is that Mondstadt needs to do more to popularize the camera.
Barca missed a lot. Huh. That's a glass on the table. This massive tankard.
Pretty awesome, huh? It's like a hammerhead that you can fill with wine when you're not using it to pound in nails. It was a gift. Hoffman came up with the idea, Charles supplied the design, Wagner helped cast it. And about 10 or so knights chipped in to pay for the materials. They've been waiting to have a good drink with me. And this is my crucial weapon to aid me in a fair duel with them all.
Fair duel?
I'm the Grand Master, after all. I've been drinking a lot longer than them. I've practiced more assiduously, and I have a bit more, meat to absorb the blows. So it's only fair to my subordinates that I drink a teensy bit more per round. Wouldn't you agree?
So are we gonna have to use that tankard? That's a little more than just a teensy. I think you might have got your handicaps the wrong way around.
Of course, some of them have been training as long as I have, and those ones won't be getting any special treatment. Take Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, for example. Both were skilled warriors who helped me deal with Eric back in the day. Nowadays, I have them helping Jean with miscellaneous duties. At today's after-work cooldown, they insisted on trying to keep pace. In the end, they lost our game of darts and ended up passed out on the floor. I've already told Jean that I won't be approving their leave request for tomorrow, no matter what.
Well, I mean, I guess what high tolerance for alcohol, it's got to be firewater, right? This oversized tankard was a gift from the Knights to the Grandmaster. Varka seems to like it very much, and so we're going to be using it, right? Considering his well-known drinking prowess, it only makes sense to present him his drink in this tankard. Yep. To be honest, as someone who doesn't drink much, I'm still a little confused. Varka mentioned the impact of layering on the texture of the finished drink. He also said I was being quite tentative. Perhaps he meant the drink was too evenly mixed? In which case, I should try shaking it a little more softly when mixing. Shake lightly instead. I got it. Here we have Varka's memories of mint and fine wine. It's very important. Perfect. He wanted a drink with more impact, and the crispness of the mint should give it some punch. What if I replace the cocoa with mint? He's missed so many festivals and major events. I'm sure Varka still feels a bit of regret. The Grand Master hadn't gone away on expedition. He probably would have organized many events himself. I wonder how they might have turned out then. Drinking? No. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Memories of mint and fine wine. If Varka were here, can't help but wonder: would all the events he organized involve drinking wine? Well, I think he could have associated it with the whole Varka has a high tolerance for alcohol as well. Maybe I should ask him. Who knows? This might spark some new inspiration. Wonder how these events might have turned out if you were here, not away on the expedition.
If I were in charge of organizing events? Well, I suppose everyone would revolve around fine wine, or at the very least, there would be some sort of tasting involved. For example, we could go all in on this drink stand and open it to the whole city, with every company of the Knights selecting one or more mixologists to compete against each other.
Interesting. I should have guessed. That's exactly your style.
It's only a thought. Can't let things get too out of hand. If I were to actually throw a grand banquet, Jean would come after me with her sword drawn. Even Frederica would launch a punitive expedition. While in Nodcry, we had a rule that knights must never get drunk while at their posts. Otherwise, it could lead to dereliction of duty, with serious consequences.
That sounds like a sensible rule. Is he saying that that's not a rule in Mondstadt? Okay.
Exactly. As expedition members return to their companies, my hope is that this rule will gradually spread to everyone in Mondstadt too.
Oh my goodness.
Firewater and Smedina. These Nodcry delicacies have made their way into Mondstadt's households and become part of people's daily lives. Young people need to learn restraint.
But sir, I haven't had anything to drink all day. Exactly! Everyone else is drunk, why aren't you? What was it? I can't remember exactly what it was, but that was the prohibition oversimplified. But anyway. Didn't know you had that side to you. Fabled seasoned drinker's self-control.
At the end of the day, no one should be biting off more than they can chew. Unless it's someone near my level, they shouldn't even be thinking about enjoying a light buzz when they've still got work to do. Most people would just end up a whole lot drunker than they'd like. You should come practice with me on weekends.
Smetana?
Trust me, once I've drunk them under the table, they'll be swearing off wine for a whole week.
What is it people say? Don't believe in fables? Alright. Smetana! In the end, we discussed events in Varka's usual style. And then the conversation turned to the delicacies of Nodcry, Smetana in particular. Varka seems to have left with a positive impression of Smetana. I'll see if I can use some in his drink. Place fizzy water with Smetana. Alright. Good news is, I think I know what what to make for you. Can I borrow your hammer, please?
Huh? Oh, feel free. Whatever you're about to do, I've got a feeling I've hit the jackpot.
So I know I said this was gonna be the end of this, but it looks like that's not the case. Still have the combat event to do, and that's not. I'm not gonna be able to do that tonight. I think small pieces. We don't want to bruise them. Shake it gently. Masters, Grandmaster's Mega Tankard. It looks really cool. I gotta be honest with you. They did a fantastic job of it. Any garnish. Small lamp grass. That. And I think small lamp grass would be the way to go. Thorny Lake Special Blend. Based on a thorny lake, this novel cocktail is concocted specially for Varka. Having tasted countless fine drinks, the Grandmaster invites you to go all out and let your creativity run free. So you launch an unconventional kind of offensive just for him. The first impact comes from mint's cool freshness and herbal notes, striking the palate on entry. Carefully preserved layers then move in to mask the raw strength of the firewater at the core, delivering the decisive blow. Finally, Smetana brings up the rear, anchoring the finish with precision and leaving no loose ends. Well, whether this bold, multi-layered experience will satisfy the Grandmaster, only he can say.
Here you go, Grandmaster. A cocktail just for you. I guarantee you won't find this one too polite.
Such a spirited drink. How did you make this? Well, that burning scent of firewater. Oh, it's as if the very air were about to ignite. This is more like it.
Hi, Ilya.
How
How are you doing?
Perfection. It's clear
Also, I'm not sure
that
why
once
that
you let go of your inhibitions, your talents really shine through.
that audio played twists.
That first hint of mint is like a cooling feint that masks the firewater underneath. By the time
Sorry to say, but you kind of caught me right at the end of the stream.
firewater is already slipped in behind your guard, ready to deliver a powerful strike of intense flavor. Oh, it's exactly the impact I was hoping for.
That's topped off with a hint of smetana, so the aftertaste won't feel too light.
That's the most ingenious part. Firewater's greatest flaw is a lack of aftertaste, but the smetana perfectly maintains the flavor at the peak of its intensity.
All this praise is making my cheeks red. The real inspiration came from everything you said.
It's hard to imagine something this good was created by a mixologist who doesn't even drink firewater. I think it has the potential to become a firm favorite in Mondstadt and Nodcry.
The Knight of Boreas is simple as a wolf, while the Knights of Favonius are as sturdy as iron. So, how about calling the drink an Iron Wolf?
Iron Wolf. Oh, perfect. It's elegant, yet wild. Only you could come up with such a fitting name. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't we name our Knights of Favonius' drink stand after you? Let's call it the Honorary Knights Cocktail Shack. No time to waste. I'll go have a word with Glenfidia right away.
Okay. Well, there it is. We did manage to finish the drinks portion.
Hey there, traveler! All wrapped up for the day?
Yes, indeed.
Paimon hears you did a great job holding down the fort while she was out delivering drinks with Glenfidia.
I've been feeling inspired. I got some great ideas from chatting with everyone.
Whatever the reason, the honorary knight is clearly one of the most talented mixologists in Mondstadt.
Because we're great at
Time
everything.
He's been doing this. I believe that someday he has the potential to give the legendary bartender at the Cat's Tail a run for her money.
I fully
Only
support
I
this
actually
decision,
want
Grandmaster.
to mix
Now
good
we
tasting
really
drinks.
Put in the hard yards. The drink stand will remain open for a little while longer to provide a proper welcome to our returning expedition members. Then, once we locate suitable premises, we also plan to look at operating a permanent service.
Hooray! Everyone in the Knights of Favonius will get to drink all the delicious cocktails they like.
Nothing short of what I'd expect from a true disciple of Hertha. You've really considered this thoroughly, Glenfidia.
Also, if I may, Honorary Knight, regarding the special cocktails you've developed, would you mind leaving the recipes with us? We'd like to add them to the official menu.
Of course. That way everyone can try them. It would be selfish not to.
Paimon feels like there's something you still want to say. Let Paimon have a guess. Based on your personality, you probably want to introduce the origin of each different cocktail. That way, customers will know who inspired you to create these amazing drinks.
Right on the Mora. You know me so well, Paimon. I think that's what everyone would want, right?
No problem at all. If you need,
I mean, to be
we
fair,
can
there's a
draft
few that are
paperwork
pretty
on your
obvious,
behalf to secure you the
like
rights to
Slumbering
these
Rose
new
or Iron
recipes.
Wolf.
I hope when we
There are
recruit some
others
new
that-
bartenders, they'll be able to learn from your incredible skills.
How are they gonna get enough
Even if they can't
Dodoko
quite
candy?
match your work, if they could be 2/3 as good, that would still make them industry leaders.
Goodness. Glaze me more. Alright. I honestly thought that we were gonna be able to finish it this stream. It's fucking too much, I guess. Oh, I guess it was supposed to be a lemon slice. Okay. That's fine. That's the canon version. Slumbering Rose. I particularly like the Slumbering Rose, even if it was very uncomfortable. I'm just wondering if any of the canon drinks were the were that class. No? No? The medium not goblet. Class? Anyway. But no. None of the canon drinks were that. Primos. We are 60 away from our Crown of Insight, which we're gonna have to take care of on Monday. I'm not gonna be streaming Genshin Impact tomorrow. There was... I'm trying to remember. I think it was actually Columbina, which, by the way, got Ineffa's, got Ineffa up to 10 friendship, which means that I could, if I wanted to, replace Columbina with another Hydro character. Actually, what we could do, I do wonder how well that would work. I was thinking Yelan and Jingqiu, but I think we'll keep it like this for now. There was something else that I wanted to... Okay. I don't remember. But yeah, because Columbina is an Archon character, then I do want to get her all of her talents to. I do want to triple crown her, which I'm getting to the point where I can do that. Obviously, we need to finish with the Stygian Onslaught, because I still need a lot more artifacts. Been playing since, what was it, 2.8? I think it was. So nearly 4 years now, and I'm still like almost done getting artifacts set up for all of the characters that I regularly use, and kind of crazy. Oh, and speaking of, actually, I do need to get this done. So I guess the priority has to go for these weapons, Dragon's Bane and Prospector's Shovel, before I triple crown Columbina. Anyway. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. Right, friendship. Lua and Zabai's friendship. And of course, the 4 stars, you know, that's actually something I should do. Sooner rather than later. Get Lua up to max level as well, since his elemental mastery is kind of key for Zabai's image. I do not play Roblox. I don't really have a whole lot of interest in playing it either. Sorry. But there is gonna be something special tomorrow. We've been doing Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar and Genshin Impact pretty much every day for like months and months, especially except for the Christmas special when we did For Honor. But there is something I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, but it's a surprise, so I can't tell you. But for now, I'm gonna call it. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I gotta make dinner actually, because I have not eaten dinner. And then I gotta get ready for bed and try to get bed before midnight, but we'll see.
Mathematics is the foundation of all things.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the rest of your day is a good one, and I will see you later.
First, hold out both
Heart hands.
We'll start